Is everything recording?
Yep.
Is everything working?
Yeah.
It's been a while since we did this.
It's been so long.
Okay.
All right.
So what episode are we on?
12.
Episode... Don't throw things.
I'm not trying.
I took my allergy medicine very recently, and
Are you all right?
no. This is
Do
my
you
face.
need a tissue?
Do
you need a tissue?
No. Maybe. No. It's not gonna make my nose less itchy. All right.
I know.
Be professional. We're getting ready to podcast.
Do you want me to scratch it?
Yeah. No. Maybe. No.
Maybe when we get the 1,000 subscribers, we'll do something funny.
Until then, nothing funny.
We hate fun.
No fun. No fun at all.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We should maybe
Start a little bit.
Okay.
Start somewhere.
Be a professional. Fix the tits. Here we go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. No dinos?
You're looking for dinosaurs. That's fair. All right. We're going to start a podcast.
Okay.
All right.
We're starting a podcast right now.
We're going to do it.
We haven't started.
Welcome to the Feral and Unfiltered podcast. I'm Dick Trucknuts, and this is Skin Bag McGee. She wasn't ready for Dick Trucknuts.
Dude, what the fuck?
I'm Cat Jack.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm red.
Not Jesus Christ.
No. God. That was fantastic.
You're welcome.
That was great.
Dick Trucknuts, that's what did it for you?
Yeah, that's what did it.
Yes.
This thing.
Does Dick Trucknuts get his own shirt?
Dude, I kind of want it now.
All right, Dick Trucknuts goes on the shirts. That should be on his shirt, and by the time you see this, it will be. Go to feralandunfiltered.com for the merchandise. We're starting out with the plugs.
Yeah.
All right, we're rolling. We're moving. It's good.
Dude, that hurt my face.
Dick Trucknuts with a Z. It's obviously how you spell that. You gonna wear a Dick Trucknut shirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta make a graphic for the Dick Trucknuts, though.
Oh, you know what? You do. I can't just slap that one together.
No, it's gotta be fantastic.
Oh my gosh. So now that we're wildly famous and we have literally tens of views, we've already started to get weird comments.
We have. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
I have no idea what's going to happen later.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you're watching this, you probably know us personally. Odds are wildly in the favor that you're on a first name basis with us both in real life.
Yeah.
You're either one of my sisters. Oh, it's time for it already.
Already?
Everybody's favorite recurring segment.
Hi, Brandy.
Hi, Brandy. You're either one of my sisters.
Uh-huh.
Half of our views are probably Brandy.
Probably.
You're married to one of us. Or you're a Forks local. Like, the odds of you being a stranger watching this at this point in our podcasting career, super low.
Mm-hmm.
But there have been a couple.
Yeah. Right?
There's a couple of views that we can't account for. And they have decided to start commenting. One of them reached out to me on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I gotta address this head on because this is some of the weirdest shit ever. Somebody named Jasper, first of all, who's naming their kids Jasper? If your name's Jasper and you're watching this, I'm not sorry. It says, I want to apologize for commenting on your comment section. Great start.
That's not creepy at all.
But my lil daughter, L-I-L, daughter, just told me that you look like her mom. Okay. She said, Daddy, let's give her a message because Mom never hesitates to answer me. God bless you if you put a smile on her face.
Oh, she's the one hot mom.
No. Why have I already been mommy shopped? Like, what? This is a thing that happens to me, too.
You've mentioned that once.
Yeah, this has happened to me before, and I don't get it. And so I commented back, don't let your daughter or any other kids watch our podcast. It's for adults only. Are you nuts? And then he says, if only I could explain how she saw your pictures in your profile, but not your profile.
Oh, he commented
No,
again?
he commented back.
What?
If only I could explain how she saw your pictures in your profile, but not your profile. Jasper!
If only I could explain. I want that explanation.
How old is this little You know what? I want less information. I don't want more. I already have too much. I know you want more because you think this shit's hysterical.
Yeah, because it's not happening to me. I get send friend request. It's really lame. I'm not that cool. Not yet.
Well,
I haven't had a stalker ever, so I'm kind of sad I don't have
I've
one
had
yet.
a few.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I bet you have.
they're all terrible.
I bet. Not every stalker story ends in romance.
None of them, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
But what the Jasper? Come on, man. Like, you can't explain how your daughter saw my profile. You're not in control of what she does on the internet.
Yeah.
Like,
that's parenting fail.
I hope that we're
101.
the worst thing that she's seen on the internet. I really do hope that, like, we're the worst thing, but we're definitely not the best.
No.
For, like, a kid. At all. Stop it.
No.
That was good. That's nice.
That was
I
good.
like that.
We're syncing
I
up.
like that. So I don't know why I have...
You got mommy vibes
I
going on.
shouldn't, though.
Yeah, you're not.
If you're new to the podcast, and you're not, because again, the only people watching this already know us.
All of Brandy's views.
We love you, Brandy. Did she get another one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Brandy. You totally left her hanging on that one.
Sorry, Brandy. Hi, Brandy.
There you go. But I don't. Do I vibe maternally?
No, not at all.
Thank
If you know her, no.
No, I have just enough maternal instinct that if I did have kids, it'd be just enough to keep me from eating my young shortly after birth. I don't.
No.
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 You know how, like, sometimes when people, like, have hamsters and they have babies, you got to take the babies
I was
away
just
right
going to
away?
say, use that example.
Yeah.
You're a hamster mom for sure. No.
I feel very pretty. But, like, what the hell? And this isn't even the first time this has happened to me. So, back when I was, oh, gosh, this is one of the more shameful things from my past. You guys know that I used to work in the adult industry, and I used to be a dominatrix. Much worse than all of that. I actually used to sell solar systems. I know. I promise I'm a good person. Now. Not that there's anything wrong with solar power as a concept, but if you've ever been involved in that industry, look, if you know, you know. But one of the companies that I was briefly entangled with, the owner of the company, because they were all small startups in Vegas at that time, says that he's going to meet up with me. He's like, I got some business cards made for you, because it was like literally door-to-door sales, like hardcore.
Oh, no, you went the door-to-door salesman?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
I'm a real salesman.
That's crazy.
I'm really good at what I do. You should definitely go to catchatcoaching.com and go sign up for your first free coaching. But like, I've been through all of the different, you know, rungs of salesman society, and door-to-door, it's a rite of passage, man.
Yeah.
But he was going to bring me some business cards. I was like, okay, great. It's a pretty standard thing to do when you hire sales staff. Give me a few hundred cards so that I can get out there and get on that grind. And doesn't tell me that he's going to bring his daughter with him. Not a big deal. Your daughter's out running errands with you. She's like 7, 8 or whatever. Okay. But meets up with me and then gets out of his Jeep just covered in red flags. The Jeep wasn't covered in red flags. His whole situation was red flags. So he gets out. He's wearing, first of all, an InfoWars t-shirt.
Oh, no.
No!
Fuck.
Ew!
Gross.
But he's technically my boss, and I'm like, look, again, I'm not here to save the world. I'm here to make a living.
Sure.
Whatever.
Sure.
I'm like, oh, sorry you're in a cult. And then his daughter gets out with it. I'm like, oh, good. InfoWars t-shirt made progeny. This poor kid, but you can't call CPS over a t-shirt, but I'm thinking about it. And he grabs her by the shoulders and says, hey, this is Catherine. I wanted you to meet her. Told you she was pretty.
Oh, I feel gross already.
And then, like, in front of her, just, like, casually mentions, you know, it's been hard to meet cool people and, you know, good influences ever since I was recently divorced.
No.
And I'm like, am I, like, in the back of my brain, I'm like, am I being mommy shopped right the fuck now?
Yeah.
Like, first of all, this is my boss. Secondly,
that's
no on so
fuck.
many, yeah. And this is just, like, there have been a couple of these instances, but that's, like, what this comment reminded me of. Like, hey, my daughter thinks you're really pretty. She thinks you're really cool. And I'm like, no, she doesn't. She doesn't. For some reason, you got an idea in your head that you might be able to fuck me at least twice. If you just wanted to fuck me once, you're not going to bring your kid to that. But you're thinking past that.
Yeah.
You're picturing pancakes.
No.
Right? Like you're moving into a couple of Saturday mornings in your fucking fantasy.
Yeah.
Stop it. Knock that shit off. Not just for me, but for like on behalf of all women like me.
Mm-hmm.
Like no.
No.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's not romantic. It's not a good idea. It's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, like, I don't have a problem with kids. In fact, the only people in the world who I care if they like me are other people's dogs, cats, and kids. Like, if a kid thinks I'm cool, I'm like, good, yeah.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I'm fun. And I'm not like this in front of kids. I'm not, like, dropping cuss words all over the place and being age inappropriate. And I do have stepkids. I don't step-love them. I hate that word, stepkids. But, like, from a legal perspective, those are my stepkids, and I got grandkids because of them, and it's super dope. And I have co-parented. Yeah. I didn't make people, and why am I getting mommy shopped? Like, stop, knock it off. It's because of the knitting.
Is it?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I made that up. I don't know. I want to know what the reason is, because like you were mentioning that I think you put it pretty well. Like, there's a difference between being protective and being maternal. Yeah. What did you mean by that? Well, I'm going to take the opportunity to hydrate while you explain.
All right. Well, what I mean by that is, because I'm the same way. I don't have kids. I never wanted to have kids. I could watch kids when I was snowboarding before I, tried to fight a mountain. I would watch kids fall and, down mountains, little cliffs and everything, and I don't care. Like, my first instinct was to laugh and
okay, so you're even less maternal than I am, because I would care.
See, I wouldn't. I've also there's a thing, I don't know if you've ever snowboarded or anything, but
no, I grew up poor. You grew up privileged.
Sorry.
Oh, your privilege is showing.
Oh, well, the whole joke the joke of snowboarders and skiers, at least in our group, was you weren't a real snowboarder until you knocked out your first kid. And it had to be on accident. You couldn't go out and hunt.
You can't be maliciously destroying children. Yeah. One would hope.
Yeah. So
wow, snowboarder culture is brutal. So cowabunga and shit.
So I became like a professional snowboarder really quick. And when I knocked out my first kid,
and she had the taste for blood.
Yeah. So, I mean, I checked on the kid to make sure it was fine, but I didn't freak out. I wasn't being a parent about it. I'm not out there to protect kids. I mean,
why are you like this? My best friend is a monster.
I am a monster.
I didn't have any idea.
Okay.
All right.
I can go now.
But back to difference between maternal and protective. Right. I'm hoping we're going to get away from your bloodthirsty past.
Yeah, no, but protective comes from, my friends and my family, people that I value as, being a part of my life.
Yeah, and kids aren't people.
No.
According to you. Freud, your slip is showing. Walked right into that one.
Oh, man.
Don't let your kid watch our podcast.
Yeah.
Stop it.
But yeah, I mean, I'll protect my friends and my family and people that I care about, but I'm not gonna be their mom. I'm not gonna be their parent.
Right. You don't parent your friends.
Don't parent your friends.
I like being cool auntie.
Cool auntie, crazy aunt, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like that.
Yeah. I am the cool auntie.
Yeah.
Yeah, my nephews and my niece.
Yeah.
I wish I got to see them more, but when we do hang out, they're like, you're pretty cool. I'm like, you're right.
Yeah.
True, I am.
Now, there is also a difference between, helping your friends or kids with life lessons.
Sure.
That's not parenting, though.
No. I do like being a positive influence.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
100%.
I mean,
we've got friends with kids.
Yeah.
Shauna's kids both think we are dope as hell.
I know. I don't know how that happened.
After this shooting, we are going to a kiddo's birthday party on purpose.
Don't watch this.
And and it's gonna be amazing. Yeah. But she likes hanging out with us in the garden, and doing cool stuff, and she thinks we're really neat, and so we have to tighten it up around her, because if she thinks we're cool, she's gonna want to do whatever we're doing. So we're like, all right, we're gonna demonstrate being a good friend and being like having a good work ethic.
And I try so hard to filter this, but it slips a lot.
You know,
I'm not around kids for a reason.
You are a good influence, though.
Yeah,
like,
I guess.
Yeah, well, she thinks that it's cool that you do things. She thinks it's cool that you're super strong.
Apparently.
Yeah. When we were doing some garden work, and they were both helping me move dirt in the garden beds and everything. And Shauna's daughter goes, "Oh, Red's so strong, like nothing could hurt her. How do I get that strong?" And we're like, you gotta lift weights, and you gotta eat real good, and you gotta do the opposite of whatever Cat Jack's doing, and you gotta do what she's doing.
She did make me feel pretty, so that was nice.
Yeah,
that was really cool. It's like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
she thinks I'm
see when kids think you're cool, it's cool, but like, dude, don't mommy shop us. That's fucking weird. Stop, don't.
I never got mommy shopped, but I got mistaken for being a mom. When I was in college, I was living with my aunt and uncle and help raising their kids. So I got from the age of 0 to 3, 6 to 9, and then 9 to 11. So I got them all at the same time. And then when we went shopping, I was holding Tori, who was like 3 weeks old at that time. And then someone from Walmart was like, "Oh my God, your daughter's so pretty." I immediately wanted to drop Tori. Like, this is how not maternal.
You're like, oh,
no, like, not mine. Thankfully, my aunt was right there, so I handed the baby off to her. And then after that, she got me a shirt that says "Not the Mom," and I wore that every time we went out shopping, because that is how much I did not want to be a mom. So yeah, I'm not maternal at all.
I used to love it when I'd be out with my granddaughter Lily back when she lived with us. When she was like 3 to 6 years old, right in there. She was like 3 and a half. And I loved going to the store with her and stuff because she's hysterical. Like the 3 to 5 year old range, those kids are funny. And we would go out places, and she's so cute with her little pigtails and stuff and bouncing around, and we're looking at toys, and "Can I have that, Grammy? Can I have that?" I'm like, yes. Put it in the cart. Does it make noise? Perfect. I'll buy batteries for it and then send you back.
Yep.
Let's do it. But people would say, "Oh my gosh, your daughter's so cute," and I wouldn't have to say anything. Lily would go, "That's not my mom. That's my Grammy." And I'd be like, "Yep." And they'd be like, "What? How old are you?" And like if Lily was 3, I was like, 30? And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm 58." And they'd be like, "Oh, what's your secret?" And I'm like, "You need to drink more bourbon and eat more pizza. I don't know what your problem is." Because like these days, and I love that even now, when we go out in public, and she's like, "Oh, hey, Grammy." And people are like, "Grammy?" That's right. And we asked.
That's funny.
We were together on my last visit to Vegas. We were together at a restaurant, and the waitress, we took Lily out to eat and ordered the entire left side of the menu because this kid can put it away. Like, she's rail thin, but I don't know where she's putting it. She is the bag of holding.
She is growing.
Yeah. And the waitress goes, "Grammy, how old are you?" And I said, "Lily, how old do you think I am?" She goes, "You gotta be 50. And I said, "That's right." Because and the waitress is like, "What?" I love that shit.
So great.
Because I tell people I'm 37, they're like, "Uh-huh.
You look 37.
Sure, of course, because I am. Yeah. I'm in my mid-30s and tired, and I look like I'm in my mid-30s and tired. Nothing remarkable about that, but if I tell you I'm 50, or if that kid tells you I'm 50, you're like, "Oh my God, you look amazing." I'm like, "Thank you. You're right. I do look amazing. Thank you. It's perfect." So, like, there's times that I don't mind being mistaken for a mom, right? Mm-hmm. But when it's... I don't know, other people trying to like insert me as a maternal figure against my will. That's freaking weird. Don't do it.
Don't do that.
No, very strange. We should probably change topics.
Why do people think that's okay though?
I don't
know.
Well, you know what? Let's unpack that a little bit. Let's not change topics.
Sure.
So if I have to come up with a reason, why would like guy bringing business cards? I can't even remember his name. We'll call him Chad. It's Chad behavior.
That's very Chad behavior.
So why did Chad think that was appropriate? I know why. Because he doesn't like women. Mm-hmm. He probably thinks he does. He doesn't respect women. He's clearly attracted to women. but he thinks any woman can be an analog for the role that he needs in his life. Women serve a service position, and that is to care for his child, probably manage a lot of the domestic duties of his household. He probably sees you as a pathway to have his laundry and his dishes done. This is a lot of assumptions I'm making based on my own prejudice against this guy.
But he had an InfoWars shirt, so
he sure did. So I don't feel bad about any of it.
No,
and
you shouldn't.
Yeah, you just, the purpose of a woman in his mind would be we all serve as that analog for. Yeah. Basically, he's looking not just for a mom for his children, or his child, but a mom for himself. That's what a lot of men want out of their spouses. That's what a lot of men want out of their relationships, especially these days. I want a traditional wife who just wants to cook and clean and do laundry and raise the children and wipe my nose and wipe my ass and do everything for me because my mom did and she never raised me to be a man, and they don't want to have to be a man now. Yeah. So that's probably why, if I had to guess. So before we got really cute messages like, hey, you look a lot like your mom and she says that you're pretty, what kind of comments am I going to get now? Chads of the world. Bring it. I eat haters for breakfast and I shit excellence. So yeah. I don't even know what that means.
A strong one.
Yeah, I meant it with the whole chest.
She's spicy. Spicy.
Feeling spicy today. Don't know what any of that is. But yeah, I don't know. If so that's why I think.
That's why.
If you have another reason or another theory as to why that sort of behavior might be acceptable, or why it's not acceptable, why somebody might think that behavior might be acceptable, I'd love to hear your theories. Especially if anything I just said made you mad.
Which I hope it does, because I was looking at our analytics the other day.
Oh?
There's more men watching than women.
Weird.
It is.
Why?
I don't know.
If you're a man and you're watching us on purpose, first of all, you are welcome.
Yes.
You're welcome to be one of our viewers. We welcome everybody. But could you just...
Why?
Why? Yeah, we discuss menstruation kind of a lot.
Do we?
Well, we did recently.
For the International Women's Day, but that's because I was on mine.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. We're both about to start, though.
I know.
If you couldn't tell by how spicy we are today.
Is that the sign? We're sinking, we're both...
I feel like...
Let's go. Pushing kids down mountains and...
Good Lord. But very recently, we had a West End Thunder meeting. And remember in my house, we had a meeting.
Yes!
We had somebody from the community. Yeah. We opened it up to the community. Mm-hmm. Where if you wanted to contribute or you had any ideas for West End Thunder, you could show up. And we had a gentleman show up. And he thought that I was her mom.
That's right.
Which
that is so weird.
Was a very weird thing to say. Uh-huh. And I don't know.
I don't understand how that even...
We don't... Do we... I don't think we look alike.
We don't look... No.
We don't have, family-type resemblance. Mm-mm. I am older than you.
By 4 years.
By 4 years... Is it... Dude, is it too much bourbon and pizza? Do I need to... Do I need to examine my lifestyle choices? I don't want to make healthier ones. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not interested.
Man, but when I found that out, because he was talking to me, and he's like, yeah, your mom in there. I'm like, my mom... And I was so confused. I'm like, my mom's in Idaho. And what? And he's like, yeah, she's got a lot of opinions. I was like, that's when...
Oh, I have a lot of opinions?
Yeah. And that's when it clicked. And I'm like...
you're like, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Like, no, that's my best friend, and I love her opinions. And so I kind of shut him down really quick.
But, goodness.
Man, I was holding back my laughter when he said, you were my mom. Because then...
Man, that's better than... Because if it had been said to me directly, I would have immediately laughed so hard I would have peed my pants in front of him and everybody in my house that day. It was one of the most funny things I've ever heard in my life. I don't... Am I putting off maternal vibe? Is it just because I was cooking for everybody? And I had, I did make cider.
No.
I don't know what a mom does.
I don't know what men think.
It's the cross section of I don't know what a mom is supposed to do, and I don't have any idea what men think. Yeah. I barely know what I think. I know what I think. I hear it at the same time as everybody else. When you hear me say something, I think I'm as surprised as you are. I'm like, well, there it is.
That happened.
Yeah, all the time. all the time. So
yeah. So when I heard that and I told her immediately, I was like, "Hey, sexy mom." She's like, "What the fuck?"
yeah. I'm like, I don't know what kind of fantasies you have, but I'm not into that kind of role play today. Whatever I just implied isn't real either. I just wanted to make you laugh.
Oh God. But yeah, that was pretty funny. That was the weirdest thing I ever heard. Just randomly. Yeah, your mom has got a lot of opinions. First off, she does. But she's in Idaho.
Oh man. Yeah. So
that's funny.
Some weird behaviors and stuff. So we finally start getting comments from strangers, and that's the first one of any kind of notability that's worth mentioning at all.
I kind of want more. I'm disappointed that we only have a couple.
I'm sure we'll get haters soon.
I hope so.
And I know you're excited for those.
I really am.
Because I know they say don't read the comments. We are. We are reading the comments, and they say don't feed the trolls. I will feed the trolls. I want to. A 3-course meal with dessert.
Yep.
All day or a day.
Yeah.
We're ready for that. So
yeah, if you have any weird stories to tell about
has this ever happened to you?
Yeah.
Talking to you specifically, Brandy, since that's the only person
I was just going to say that. But Brandy has kids, right?
She does.
Okay. So she is a hot mom, right?
She's got 2 boys. She absolutely is.
There you go.
Yeah. Other sister, Lolo, also 2 kiddos.
Right.
But so if anybody mistakes them for a mom, like you could be, it's not a mistake.
Or have you been mom shopped?
Have you been mommy shopped? If you've been mommy shopped, let me know in the comments below. I gotta know if this has happened to anybody else.
Yeah.
That story I told you about InfoWars Chad, that's just one of them. Like this has happened probably half a dozen times.
Jesus.
And
that's strange.
No.
Huh. Yeah.
What's odd is I did marry a man who had kids from a previous marriage, but he didn't mommy shop me.
Right.
No, very different set of circumstances. He was not looking for a replacement for their mom. They have the best mom ever. Mm-hmm. Because ex-wife is the coolest. Yeah, she's really the freaking coolest, right?
I like her a lot.
Oh my god, she's amazing. Way too good for Rob. Me, just right. No, they didn't need that. Mm-hmm. But because I was with their dad, it was a natural situation of co-parenting. I participated from that standpoint, but I never put myself in a surrogate maternal role or anything like that. They had the best mom. They didn't need me for that. I was there for other reasons. Well, their mom was a really, 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 really good person, and she always had been, even as a teenager. So she didn't know what she was looking at when she didn't know what to look for when it came to fucking up teen behavior. And I'm like, oh, I know what we're looking at. Guess what they be doing? Because I had that insider info.
Right.
that was my role. Was wrangling teenage misbehavior disasters because I could head them off at the pass.
Right.
Your mom might have believed that because she's a good person, but I'm not, and I know that shit.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, anything you're trying to get away with. Yeah. And they were good kids. Regular misadventures. There wasn't anything, extreme in terms of mischief or anything like that. Really, really good kids. But that was my role. It wasn't not surrogate mom, not replacement parent or anything like that. It was
no
teammate situation. But I didn't get mommy shopped with him. So it was cool. So we were cool. But dude.
Yeah. Yeah,
and kind of there were other implications from InfoWars Chad about we should get together sometime and maybe we go to lunch tomorrow and I know where your route's going to be tomorrow and there's a really good coffee shop nearby. Actively trying to pick me up.
Oh, that's
as
so
my boss.
Yeah.
In front of his kid.
He did that in front of his kid so you couldn't say no.
Yes.
Or he was hoping you couldn't say no.
Yeah, you know what, you're right. Yeah, because he didn't want me to make an awkward moment in front of his kid. And
he's like, don't make my kid cry. So he was using the
Sucks
kid.
to be InfoWars Chad, because the way that worked was me going, no, thank you for the business cards. I'll let you know how the route goes. And I got the hell out of there.
Good.
And
did you just quit? Was that
I think I probably, how long was my route after that? Like, how long did I stay with them?
Yeah.
It was less than 6 weeks.
Good.
Before I found something else and then moved on.
Yeah.
No, I went from there to the freaking magazine that I worked for. That was my next job after solar sales. I'm like, well, I gotta get out of this.
Immediately.
That wasn't even the first sleazy guy I met in solar sales. Like, I don't know what the freaking, there was this weird thing where it would attract these people who thought that the product of solar it has some sort of moral superiority that they could use to lend themselves like good guy credibility or something.
Okay.
I'm not putting this right, but like, are you picking up what I'm laying down?
Yeah.
Can you smell what I'm stepping in?
Yeah.
And it would like attract those people like solar, and we're like saving the earth, and selling solar is a really good idea on the surface in a place like Las Vegas where there's 362 days a year of sun all the time. And the power company is owned by Warren Buffett, literally. And they jack up the rates every single. I mean, my power bill at the last place that I lived, we had a AC unit for upstairs and an AC unit for downstairs, and our power bill was $700 a month.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So solar was a pretty easy pitch.
Yeah.
But sleazy dudes, so many of them.
It attracts a lot of weirdos.
Yeah, it did. And I'm like, man, every company I went to was like that.
Are they all divorced?
I mean, I didn't try to get to know everybody, but I did. I mean, we'll put it this way. There's no shortage of divorced dudes in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I haven't lived a lot of places, but the ratio does seem a little tipped there.
Yeah.
Right? There's different things that are available. It's a town that's going to attract a certain element. Not that there's anything wrong with being divorced on the surface, but anyway. Yeah, I went from there to working for the magazine for an even weirder, crazier dude who he never hit on me because he was incredibly closeted. What was the nickname that I had for him? Sir Bentley Von Pickup Truck. Yes, he was a publisher of the magazine. My Vegas magazine. I'm going to go ahead and put this shit on blast. My NDA expired a long time ago, fool. And on the weekends, he played in a country music band. Mm-hmm. Not good. And he was the front man. And so he would like have like his flannel shirts with the sleeves torn off.
Got it. And
frosted tips, but he was like his late 50s, early 60s when I knew him. And he would get Botox and do like self-tanner and the teeth whitening and the veneers and the whole thing.
Fabulous.
Like he was a whole deal.
Okay.
But he drove a Bentley Continental to work every day. He lived in a McMansion. Like, just the weirdest freaking dude and shady business all over the place. Oh, God. Again, Vegas, weird dudes. Weird dudes all over the place. But occasionally I'd run into clients because, there was, top 100 men of Las Vegas and top 100 lawyers of Las Vegas issue. And then we had another issue with top 100 doctors. And most of those ads got sold to plastic surgeons. There's a 24-hour, 365 liposuction clinic in Las Vegas.
Jeez.
Yeah, sold a lot of advertising to those guys. Every single dude in there divorced and trying to hit anything that moves.
Oh,
just
man.
like anything.
Oh.
So, there were a couple of different scenarios of like real estate agents that we sold ads to that would be like, "Hey, you should meet my kids," and I'd be like, "Why?"
Ew.
At all.
Ew.
Why?
Stop it! It's gross.
Knock it off.
It's gross, unnecessary, and it's... Ugh.
Yeah. And we had a couple of men who sold ads for us too, and weird, they never dealt with any issues like that. They never had any of the female doctors or real estate agents saying, "Hey, you should meet my kids. And, we should really go to breakfast tomorrow. And what we do between now and then is up to you," as though it really would be. If I got in that car.
Oh.
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Does any of that work?
I
can't
gotta
imagine.
think that it must with... it's got to.
With certain types...
I mean, it's...
Not...
Even a broken clock's right twice a day, right? So if you just keep throwing it out there, you keep casting, you might not get what you're fishing for, but something's gonna bite. Like... Yeah. That's like the tactic.
I can't imagine the kind... No, I can. It's not good.
It's not good.
It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not healthy.
If you're one of the women that works on, we probably are not in your algorithm, actually. You're not going to you're not going to see this, ever. But just in case we manage to weasel our way in there, you're not okay and you deserve better and get out of there. Yeah. Message us if you need help. I don't know what we'll be able to do, but we're interested.
Oh man.
This is talk about Feral and Unfiltered.
No shit.
This one's gotten real unfiltered. This has gotten real particular.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. These are our stories that we lived and I'm uncomfortable. And this is just our lives.
Yeah. Man, well, if I do have any mommy shopped stories down the road, we'll bring them up.
It'll never happen to you.
It'll never happen.
You're very small. And people think that you are, on average, 10 to 15 years younger than you are in real life.
No, that's not wrong.
Yeah, like, you get carded everywhere we go. I don't anymore.
I've only gotten carded.
You get carded walking into the canned food section of the grocery store. People are like, where's your parents? She's very short in real life.
No, it's true. So that reminds me of the funniest story. When my husband and I were dating, we went to one of the movie theaters down in Phoenix. And it was a matinee. I think it was like a Wednesday because there was like not a lot of people there. And we were maybe 2 miles from the school. So when we were dating, professor and student.
Scandal.
He was my ethics professor too, by the way. And so it's...
Didn't take his own class. Looking at you, Lojo. He's one of our ones of fans.
He's also a ones of fans. And it was so funny because I got the child discount. So hey, I know what we look like, and it's hilarious that people think that he's my dad. And the thing is, I didn't correct her at all because it saved me like $15.
All right, that I don't have a problem with. But, ew.
It's so funny to me, though. I love making people uncomfortable when they realize he's not. So we'll just make out right in front of them. We've done that a couple times. It's fantastic.
Gross.
I love shock value, though. It's great. Reactions are... It's my tea.
That's what she's into. Stop bashing the table. The microphone's on. I thought you're professional. You're going to be listening to this later because you edit this and you're going to be like, bong, bong, bong. What is that? It's you.
All right, I'll sit on my hand.
Can you get him down that low? Because you're short. That joke didn't even make sense and it was still fun for me.
Oh.
Did we do it? Is it a podcast?
I think that's a podcast.
I did. All right, we did it.
All right.
Well, I've been Dick Trucknuts.
She has been.
No, for real, though. You've been watching the Feral and Unfiltered podcast, hopefully on release day, Feral Fridays, at 10 a.m. Pacific time on YouTube. We're on Spotify. Who would be listening to us on Spotify?
I don't know, but there's a couple people.
Really?
Yeah.
God bless you if you're listening to this without the visual context. You are missing a lot. You're missing at least a third of the story. We're making really funny faces. But yeah. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. FeralandUnfiltered.com. You can go to FeralandUnfiltered.com for your Feral merch. Please do that. Buy things. It helps us support the Feral hosts who support you also being feral. Terrible tagline. I'm going to have to work on that. Let me know if you have a better one down in the comments below. But yeah, this has been Feral and Unfiltered. I'm Cat Jack.
And I'm Red.
And that was the world's longest sign-off podcast.
Yeah,
we did it.
We did it.
That one was awkward.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
All right, Mom.
Ew. Oh, God. You're probably going to leave this in, too, you monster.
No, I won't.
She's a fucking liar.